All right, what's going on with y'all, man? Back with another video. All right, and yeah, let's talk about if there's going to be actually, I guess you could say, destructible environments. Yeah, so actually wonder if we're going to have crazy damage physics this time. But yeah, plus not only that though, but I also believe that'll also break the immersion barrier. But just given how advanced Rockstar's Rage 9 engine seems to be, yeah, I would definitely expect, at least hopefully, that we can, actually break more stuff and also just destroy more buildings. So yeah, possibly it could happen, but I mean, I personally wouldn't get my hopes up. But at the same time, it is Rockstar. I mean, they pulled off some crazy stuff, even with the PlayStation 2. But yeah, plus not only that though, but they also try to squeeze out every ounce of software that are in these consoles. Given that, it's going to be on the PS5 and PS5 Pro, Xbox, and so on and so forth. I'm going to say, oh yeah, and plus not only that though, but it also just seems like they seem to pretty much, I guess you could say, just up the scale when it comes to their environments and their worlds. So yeah, it's one thing to have a big map, but it's another thing to allow players to have that freedom, whereas they can have, I guess like the ultimate access of pretty much destroying whatever they want. Yeah, so now personally, do I believe that we're going to be able to destroy all these high-rise buildings, or at least some of them? Yeah, to be honest, no. Yeah, but at the same time, again, I mean, it's Rockstar, so you really typically never know when it comes to them and what they're, I guess allowing, players to do. So yeah, man, it does seem like the explosion quality is going to be upgraded. Just considering this scene right here with Lucia destroying these two cop cars. But yeah, besides that, possibly, I do believe we'll actually be able to destroy, a lot of stuff in this game. But when it comes to, like I said, the high-rise buildings and hotels and whatnot. So yeah, to be honest, when it comes to that, that to be honest is still kind of up in the air, to me at least. Yeah, so besides that, it does seem like the explosions are going to be, a lot more detailed. So besides that, I do believe we're going to get those, I guess you could say those scripted missions that we always get. If there's, a building that we got to destroy, then it's going to be, I guess you could say just over the top. So yeah, besides that, I do hope that we get that freedom to destroy a lot of stuff, at least when it comes to free roam. And plus, not only that, though, that we do get to, have these experiences and not just for, the missions where, like I said before, it is scripted. If a building was destroyed, then you couldn't really go back in. But yeah, I do feel like that was lacking, especially in GTA 5. So hopefully this time around, they actually change that. And then the buildings that are destroyed, we can actually go into. So yeah, to be honest, it actually would be pretty cool to see a building like explode, and not only just for mission purposes, but actually in free roam. Seeing that alone and just having like a rocket launcher and being able to blow up, say like a small, market or potential building, but that would add just like a lot of immersion than any other GTA game ever did. But yeah, especially if Rockstar really wants to pretty much make this game playable for, I guess you could say like a decade, then for the most part, they would pretty much have to do things a little differently. But yeah, to have people coming back to whereas, they're thinking, oh yeah, I haven't played GTA 6 in a while. And then, they come back and then they discover something that, they haven't done before, but you can actually do. And I feel like that's what Grand Theft Auto games always has been about. But I mean, obviously, they've always pretty much just for the most part, just been pretty much upgrading things, as the GTA series just went on. But yeah, plus not only that though, but you would think that they would add, I guess, like a little something like that, considering they're just going, I guess, full on realism. But at the end of the day, only time will tell. But all right, yeah, that about does it for this video. If you guys enjoyed my thoughts on this, don't forget to give the video a like. If you want to comment, feel free to comment, subscribe if you haven't already, and I'll see you guys in the next video. All right, y'all, peace out.